I was first made aware of these documents, I want to say about 6 to 8 months ago. I was in a Discord server by the name of Doug Shaker Central, and in this channel there was classified documents being posted by a user who I will refer to as OG from this point. I felt thrusted into a situation that no one wants to be thrusted into. All the documents that have been leaked, I've seen every single one there is to see, and I was in close proximity to these files. It is a lot on my shoulders, and it's very stressful. The documents were often listed as Ukraine versus Russia at first. However, it slowly spiraled into just intelligence about everything.
Why do you think people should know what's in these documents?
There's talks of foreign intelligence agencies, who's supplying what in what wars, who's funding certain things. There's talks of nuclear weaponry. I mean, that's hardly touching the iceberg. There's just stuff that if your tax dollars are funding these atrocities, then you should be able to know about it.
And how did that feel to know things before the rest of the world knew them?
It felt like I was on top of Mount Everest. It felt like I was above everyone else to some degree, and that I would be able to brag to some people that I knew stuff that they didn't. And of course, most people did not believe me. However, me knowing that I knew it myself was more than enough to keep my ego high. U.S. is acting so foolish in their handling of this. The U.S. government is not with you. They are against you. And bottom line, if they want these to be private, it's because they have something to hide. No one wants to be a part of history in this type of way, especially someone as young as me. Being a part of something that's possibly war-changing, the world-changing, world-altering, it's something that no one should ever really have to go through if they're unprepared for it. I would not call OG a whistleblower in the slightest. I don't think that there was a goal nor some sort of accomplishment that he was looking for in sharing these documents. Of course, there's some anti-government sentiment, but that's not unlike most right-wingers in the modern day and age. OG was not hostile to the U.S. government. However, he had disagreed with several occasions, such as Waco and Ruby Ridge, and thought that the government is overreaching in several aspects. There was no heavy Snowden-like conspiracy here, like some people may believe. Any claims that he is a Russian operative or pro-Russian is categorically false. He is not interested in helping any foreign agencies with their attack on the U.S. or other countries. He was a young, charismatic man who loved nature, God, who loved shooting guns and racing cars. He did have sort of a bossy attitude at some points, but it was more of a fatherly bossy. He did see himself as the leader of this group, and ultimately he was the leader of this group. And he wanted us all to be sort of super soldiers to some degree, informed, fit, with God, well-armed, stuff like that. It would appear as if he sort of grew angry with the fact that only one or two people were paying attention to these documents that he was pouring his heart out into. And as a sign of just anger, he just decided to post the full documents. He was a very smart man. There's no way in any world that he would not know that he knew that these were illegal. The server really became very close during the pandemic when we were all locked down together, and every single day we would watch movies, play games, do activities together. We'd stream our houses and mess around and dance and have fun. When members would have issues like mental health crises, OG and other members would help them out. There was stuff like family issues, like religion issues that he would always help us out on, and he was always very charismatic and had a good willpower to get us through these situations, and he really helped all of us. I say the server is small, I'm talking 20 or less people over the course of 4 years, and everyone in that server bonded like brothers or sisters. And came from all sorts of walks of life. There was about 3 other members in the voice chat with me when I first found out that these were public made public. It felt like my heart was beating out of its chest and my legs were buckling, and I could not believe that this was happening. We didn't realize the sheer, just immense nature of these leaks until a bit later. I worry that someone is going to arrest me, but I'm also worried of my treatment once I'm in detention, and I'm also worried that I might be too high risk of a person and they may retaliate with some sort of lethal force. I spoke to OG about 2 days ago before he gave his final goodbye to us. He signed off saying that he did not want to be associated with any of us as to bring anything bad to him or to bring anything bad to us. He was just saying that this may be the last he ever sees of us, and he was thanking us for all the good times that we had together and hoping that everything would blow over. So for 4 to 5 years to go down the drain like this was very emotional from us. I mean, we had members crying, we had people just distraught and sad, and it was almost like seeing a family member pass away. He seemed a bit confused as to what to do in his scenario, which was unbefitting of him. He always seemed to have the answer to everything.